Assalamu alaikum, Fayaz. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Okay, can you hear me, right?
Yes, sir, I can. So just give me 2 minutes, sir.
Sure. Take your time.
Hello?
Yes. You ready?
Hello?
Hello. Yes, Fayaz.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can.
Okay, so we shall start, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do a review what we did in the last class. Basically, we were doing an a sales invoice by learning few techniques in formatting, mainly formatting commands. So we did all kind of font related commands, and even alignment we are doing few things, but there are few things are remaining here in alignment, especially this orientation things we did. And next I want to show you there's a wrap text option here. Okay, wrap text will help us to split the lines to fit it in a cell. Example, if I'm writing like this is a long line, something like that. If I'm writing, so sometimes sorry, not line. Okay, so sometimes it won't show properly. Here it's showing completely because the next cell, the W4 is empty. If you are entering something in V4, if the next adjacent cell is empty, it will show completely. If I am writing something in the W3, so let's try that sample SAMPLA. So look at the previous one, it's not visible here. Okay, because there is no room for the text to fit inside the cell. So one of the option is, without changing the width of this column, just multiply the line into multiple lines. Okay, this is to be converted into multiple lines. So usually for that we will use one of the option called hello.
Hello?
Yes, Shoaib. Right now it's
Yes, sir.
okay because
Yes, sir.
I think you left some time, right?
Yes, sir. The internet wasn't right.
Okay, so you are not in Wi-Fi or you are using mobile data.
No, sir, I'm using Wi-Fi. I disconnected and connected again.
Hmm. Okay, so we'll continue now, right?
Okay, sir.
So I'm talking about the wrap text option. So when you're writing a long line, okay, so let's example this is a long line. Okay, so this will be overlapping between two cells, the cell V3 and W4. But when you're writing something in W4 like this, so now it's not showing the complete word here, complete sentence, because of the room not sufficient. So what's the option here? Wrap text will be breaking into multiple lines and will show in a single cell by adjusting the row height also. So let's try this way. One of the option is simply click the wrap text and look, now we can see that the line height, so the row height is increased. The line is this is split into two lines and the length is the height is increased. Okay, and splitting into two lines, but actually this is not a permanent solution here. Permanent means you can't see this always in two lines. Example, if you are adjusting again, you can see this column V. I'm going to adjust the width of the column. Look now, this is a long line is here. Again, I'm increasing the width. Automatically, this will be converting back to going back to the normal one single line. Okay, so wrap text is a dynamic activity. It's not a permanent solution to enter something on a multiple line. So now it's fine, two line, even sometimes you can see three lines also. Look at now in three lines. Okay, so this will help us to, without increasing the width of a cell or a column, to see the entire content, but this will damage the entire appearance of your spreadsheet, because this will be increasing the row height. Look at this way, the row the row number 3 having a big length, big height, or the height is increased due to the line is splitting into multiple. This one. So there is one. This is an option. Sometimes we may need it for inputting a lot of data in a single cell without increasing the total width. So because the one of the advantage here is, if you increase in the height, I don't think this will be an issue, because we can print it into multiple pages, okay, because it's continuation. But when you increase in the width, you cannot fit the whole thing in one sheet. Let's say if you're making this roster, the same roster, you have a 30 days attendance, and there is a comment section. This is, let's assume that this is a comment session here. So the comment is we're only giving a room up to here for comment here. So the lot of comments, if it's like if it's increasing the width like this, maybe it won't fit in one single page, because already we have a lot of columns used here, as well as again if you're going lengthy. So that's why in that case, if you're adjusting the column width into smaller, and row height is not an issue, because row height goes down, so down will be adding a lot of pages, multiple pages, so it's all look like the same format. But when you're going horizontally means you adding extra columns, and the columns alone get printed in one page. So when you check in the second page, maybe comment only showing, so we cannot identify this comment belongs to which candidate or anything. So that's why this way is fine without increasing. So anyway, this is a solution. Sometimes we can try other way. For example, I'm going to use a different method. Look at the same size here, the cell size is same, or I will try this one. This is a long line. This is another same word. Here also I'm writing sample, or this time I said test. Okay, so now it's not visible. So there's an option called shrink to fit. Okay, shrink to fit option. Almost what they do is almost similar. This is not breaking into lines, but it's reducing its visibility, or we can't say font size, because look at this here. Yesterday we learned the font size. Font size is 11. Okay, right now it's 11. This also 11. So I'm going to use that option. That option is not available here directly. You need to use the more options here. In the more options, you can see shrink to fit. Okay, in the dialog box you can see shrink to fit. You can't try both same time. Okay, listen, either you can apply wrap text or shrink to fit. Okay, you can't apply both this option to an individual cell. So shrink to fit, click OK. You know what happened means, look at this, it's still the size, the font size is 11, but the visibility, I mean the visibility is reduced. Okay, can you I can make zooming and you can see this. Look at this. Okay, it's properly written here. This is a long line, it is readable. Now it's readable. After zooming it's readable, but it doesn't have any font change or the size change or anything. So okay, if I'm there's a problem here. If you're adding a lot of words, there's a long line, and it contains a lot of words, alas, lot of words. Okay, lot of words. So what will happen right now is it's not readable. Look at this, enter, nothing. Why? Because the entire text is now reduced and completely fitted into the cell. Okay, it's not visible. Now this also dynamic, but we'll try to make it this more lengthy. Look at it, start increasing again, starting it, but it doesn't split the entire thing into multiple lines. It's simply shrinking the word into a smaller one. So these two are used in the case of you want to fit something lengthier or a bigger text in a single cell. Okay, so that was the option here. Wrap text is breaking one whole line into multiple lines, and I already told you these two are dynamic, because based on the based on the width or the room of the cell, it may increase or it may show a lot of lines, or it may be increasing the size smaller. In this case it will be increasing the line. In the strength to fits case, it will be increasing the size, the word size, the character size will be bigger. Okay, but actually this character size is not related with the font will be still remain in the old font size only. Okay, so it's not related to that one. It's something like shrinking the visibility, the display size of that will be reducing. Okay, now let's assume that we have another option, like if you want add multiple lines into a single cell. That's another requirement. Sometimes we need it. So look at this cell, the cell here. I want to write 2-3 lines. Okay, 2-3 lines here, but not using the wrap text. So let's say you can write this way. I will go to a new cell here. 1 apple space 2 orange space 3 banana. Okay, so now I'm trying to make this wrap text. Okay, I'm getting like this way. All of these 3 words are here splitted into 3 lines, and it's beautiful now. Okay, again in this column same thing I'm repeating, but this I'm using a different method. 1 apple. Next time I'm using alt and enter. Okay, holding the alt key and enter key. Second, orange, alt enter, 3 banana. Okay, so now you can see the difference here. Let me make this bigger a little bit. Okay, both are showing same, almost same, but there is a big difference here. I'm going to adjust the column width. Look at this. Okay, what happened now? The first one it's not like the normal. It's increasing the first row's width. Look at this. If we're getting a chance to keep the word orange there, okay, jumping. Again, if I'm giving more space, then what will happen? The third word also will come to the first line. So this is the difference between these two. Here what I did, I used alt plus the enter. Okay, alt plus enter. Alt and enter will help us to alt and enter will help us to uh, break a single line into multiple lines. Just press alt enter. If simply press enter, that will be completing the data entry in a cell. But if using alt enter, it is breaking. It will create a new line. So this will sometimes you may need at this one. The difference of this is here. What we use is a wrap text. This is wrap text, and okay, this is what we use wrap text option. And this one we used alt enter, I mean new line. Okay, so this also most of the cases we may need it. So this is what we do. And we already discussed merge and center. We tried indentation also. We tried in the previous case. Here also we applied some indentation. Look at the space between the margin and the text. Here you can see a small gap. Here also this is cell, but there is a gap between this one, the margin, and the cell. So that was the indentation button. Okay, then we applied few number formats. Especially we applied the currency and counting format. We discussed, we compare between that one. Apart from that, there are a lot of formats. Basically by default the general format will come. General can be text or number, so it like an automatic formatting. Suppose if you're entering some number, it goes to the right side, or if you're entering some alphanumeric data, it will go to the left side, and something like that. But when you converting, or when you formatting using the number, it will be automatically converting into decimal points and the what do you call, in a decimal properly number format. And you go into currency and accounting. Yesterday we discussed. Do you remembering what's the difference between these two format, currency and accounting? Shoaib?
Yes, sir. In between, there's a gap if you write the prices in. For
Okay.
example, if I'm talking about dollars, and I'm writing the amount, there will not be a gap between the dollar and the
Yeah,
amount.
yeah, exactly.
But in
So
the
the
currency
accounting
format, there
format
will
will
be a
give
gap.
you gap, and accounting format will give you the brackets. Okay, this is the main thing. The
Yes.
this currency doesn't gives you, and short time and long short date and long date also a format. So short date is usually in a date in a number format like 0203 2021 something like. You can try that date format here. We have already a date here. This is a date form. So here it's short date. If I'm applying a short date, this is already short date. If you converting that into a long date, look at this. It started showing like May. Before it was not May, it was 505. Okay, so even when you considering another area, let's go to our new page here. Today's date is this one. Okay, so you can make it here long date format, so it's May. And also if you want some more option of this one, you can go to the more option in the dialog box here. In the date we have here a lot of additional options like this. 14th of March 2021, and anything you can choose it. Okay, date or even time also almost similar. Okay, time also with seconds and all you can change from the list. Other than this, regarding dates, there is something important information you must know. Actually, Excel treats dates as numbers. Okay, here we are getting like 29 space and a word called the month name May. It's a word actually, it's not a number. Then again space here and again another number. But actually, Excel is treating this word as plain numbers only. How it's happened means the date 1st of January 1900 will be treated as the number 1. Okay, this is the number 1. Okay, so Excel will treat a number series. A number series starts from 1st of January 1900, that is 1. Then what's the next date? Second of January 1900 will be, of course, it will be 2, and so on. Third of will be like that. So and so on. Right now we are in the date of 29/5/2021. So it will be a bigger number because almost 121 years over. So 121 years means what? Equal to 121 multiplied by 365.25. Look at this, 44,195 days are over for to reach 1st of January 2021. So almost bigger than this one. Let's try this way. So we don't know the date. So what I'm doing is I'm writing here the same date again. Then I'm converting this date. As I told you, dates are treated as number. So this I'm going to convert this date as a number. So let's try here changing the format into number. So it's 44,345. Here we reach the 1st January, and this is 44,345 with the today's date. So the difference between the day 1 and day today's date is 44. So almost 44,000 days are over since 1900. So that's what here. So every date. Let's assume that one of our let's say birthday. So 1st of January 2000. Okay, this is the birthday. So I'm repeating same date here because I want to convert this into number. So this I'm converting into number. It shows me 36526. Now it's an easy step for Excel to deal with these two dates. Okay, so I want to see how many days between these two dates. So biggest one is this one minus this will be, so almost 7,819 days the difference between these two. That means a boy who born in 2000, 1st of January 2000, he already lived in this world for 7,800 and 719. That means if you're dividing this with 365, we get the years also. How old is he? 365.25. So almost 21-year old, so 21.4-year old. Okay, so that's what. So here I'm going to try the same method directly from the biggest date. This is the biggest date minus the smallest date. Okay, I'm not this time I'm not using the number. I'm using the date. So I will get the same result here. Okay, 7819. Look, from a biggest date I subtracted a smallest date, so I'm getting the same things. What actually I did here, a big number I reduced it, so almost same result. Okay, same result. So in this experiment we can understand that Excel treating dates as numbers. Okay, Excel treating dates are numbers only. Fine. So this is what dates related with. So the date can be showed in a different method. And one more thing, keep in mind that some of the computers will show date in a different way. Internationally, there are two methods of showing the dates. One method is the month first, then the day, then the year. I think in US and all showing this way, and in other places it shows like in UK, and we are following this way 2021 this way. Okay, so look at this, both are we entered, but only one become correct. This is wrong. Actually, this is wrong. How you can identify this wrong? Because this is aligned into the left side. So anything which is aligned to left is treated as alphanumeric data sorry, or text data. So text data, you can't do any kind of operation, arithmetical operation on top of this. Okay, so this is correct, but this is very dangerous situation. Sometimes let's assume that you are writing 1st of January. In both way, it's first one only, right? 1/1/21. So in this case, in American or European, it's correct. So it shows here. But when you're using some other method, like say you may mean May means 05 and 01/2021. This is correct. This is correct in both way. But there's a big difference here. Is one is treated as May 1st, other is treated as 5th of January. So again, another issue. So don't worry about these things. The issue is just look into your screen, your computer, what kind of format you are seeing here. So in my computer, it's showing 29/5/2021. That means what? The day first, the month, then the year. Okay, so just go to your computer regional settings and change it. You cannot make in Excel. This change cannot be made in Excel. Okay, if you want to follow the other format, like some computers by default it shows month first, then day, MMDDYY format. Okay, MMDDYY. So in MMDDYY format, you must go to the control panel and fix it. Control panel contains control panel, and you have to fix it the regional settings. Okay, in the regional settings you have option to change your date format. Let me show you control panel, because it's very important, because many of the laptop users will face this one. So here for me, it's here I have clock and region, I have region setting, there's an advanced setting here, additional options. In the additional option, there is an option called date. You can see what format you want. So just simply type it DDMMYYMM. So they're specifying here DD, and DD stands for day, DDD stands for day of the week, month, and year. So by this format, you simply just type. This is a typeable form. You can type it what form you want, or just press this button. There are few available, but you can make your own way by just following this command D or DD, DDD, or 4Ds. 4Ds actually will give you the Saturday, something like that, the complete day. And M, 1M, and we see if using double M, maybe the 2 digit only. But if using 4 M's, what will happen is it will show the month's name, like January, JANUARY. That full form will show. That was the importance. So here, so hope you got it here. Control panel, regional settings, and additional settings. Here you can see date. Okay, it contains complete change here. So showing here your short date format is 29/5/21. Your long date format is 29 May 2021. It's a short date and long date. This is representing the May 4 mm, capital MMs. Okay, so accordingly you can change it, and once you change it, immediately it will reflect in Excel also. You don't need to close and open it. It automatically reflect. If not reflecting, just simply close your file and open again your Excel file. So careful, because this is happening in many of the new computers, because new computers sometimes when they set up with the English of US or English of UK, accordingly the region setting, because whenever you're buying a new computer, most probably it will ask in the region. So some people will wrongly cite as some US region or UK region. So accordingly the date will change. So maybe you won't feel comfortable with that date format. So that's what I want to tell about the dates. Okay. Now we'll move into another file. I have another file. So before that, I want to ask you: do you did some format? I mean, practices at home, or
Yeah,
is it
I
fine?
looked through the video
Easy,
once.
right? All the
It's
things
fine,
what
sir. Yes.
easy
Yes,
only.
sir.
Okay, fine. So
Yes.
now we'll move something here. I'm going to show you another file. Let me open that file. Okay, this is the file which I am going to show you here. Actually, this file contains lot of employees' names. Okay, in a institute, their ski academy, so ski training institute. Okay, a lot of trainers. These all are trainers, and their one weekly pay slip. This is a pay slip for weekly. So the week 23. So weekly they are paying. So week 23. So here how many hours each of the employees work and the rate, how much, what is the rate of individual hour. So it's written because the rates are different based on some criteria. Here they are using a criteria, the pay code they are split into A, B, and C. So those who are in A, they are getting $8 or reals per hour. B, what's it? B will be C is 9. I think again this is something. Okay, it's actually rounded. Let me do a small change here. Actually, yeah. Okay, the decimal place is rounded. I reduce, if let's say if you're reducing the decimal places, so all the 7.5 will be rounded into 8. If you increase in the decimal point, it shows this way. Okay, so 9.28. So the lowest rate is for A, guys. A is getting 7.5 per hour. B is getting 8 per hour, and C, those who are in C pay code, getting 9.2 here. Okay. Okay, so initially what we are going to learn the continuation of the formula. We have to apply a few formulas here. So first of all, the first formula I'm going to use here is how much the total amount they are getting each for each guys. Okay. Okay, so let's assume we are entering a formula. So always formulas must be started with the equal sign. We did a formula in the last class, that is to
Yes.
calculate the total amount, right? Yeah, here we applied a formula. What formula we use? Multiplication. Same thing here also you can try. Uh, this formula here equals hours work multiplied by rate. Okay, this is normal. We can apply and we can fill it, but there is an issue here. I will show you the issue. Okay, here you can see a zero is showing zero. Okay, this is fine. Let's assume we have this data. We have this data here, and we need to find the rate again. Let's say rate. The rate is not visible. Rate. So what rate is it? Actually, how to calculate the rate? Equal to the pay amount divided by the hours worked, right? That is what the rate it
Yes.
is. 7.5 is the rate, and if you apply this full, but somewhere it shows an error. Look at this. So when you apply some formulas, in some cases we will get, it will fire or it will return errors. Okay. So far it's no issues. Everything is fine here. But when you reach here, look at this here. Okay. Previously it shows zero, and but in this formula it shows wrong. What does this means? It's a division error, because we can't divide anything by zero, right? This is a normal thing happens sometimes when you do some division. Okay, let's assume equal to 5 by 0. What is the result? It's error only. Okay, so you cannot divide anything by 0. So it may happen. 0 we are not intentionally doing that. Let's assume this guy, this camel operator, this instructor didn't work any hour. He's a B, he's a category of B in pay code, but he didn't work any hour. He was absent the whole week. He was maybe in sick leave or something. So his total hours worked is zero. So that means that gives an error here. Okay, how you can avoid or you can hide this kind of errors? That what's the first thing I want to show when you apply. So this is related with the formulas. Okay, when you're entering a formula, it's better, especially in financial related files. There's maybe a lot of chances where there'll be some divisions happens, and division maybe with zero. So it is easy always. This is a part of formula. When you are applying a formula, no, some cases you are very confident about the formula that there is no chance at all, especially if you are not using the division operator. If you use a multiplication operator, here we use multiplication operator, it doesn't make any error here, because it's multiplying E37 multiply by F37. So it doesn't make any error. But when you jumping to here, it's a division, G37 divided by E37. So it makes an error. So in division case, mostly this error will happen. So just you do one thing. There is an option called if error. So you might if you are expecting an error for division, you can try this command if error. If the results contains any error, okay, that's what it means. Okay, before you type in the formula, simply write the how was it before? It was like this, equal to G5 E5, right? So before that you write not E5, equal to if error. If you start typing if itself, it shows two things here. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just let me maximize this. Okay, so here equal to if, immediately shows with if there are two functions. One is simply the if function, and other is the if error function. So I'm choosing the second one by using my down arrow key, second one. Now I don't want to type completely, I can use the tab key. Okay, so when I press tab key, the function will be already half of the function is inserted. Now it's asking two things. There are two parameters to be entered. One is value, another is value if error. In the value means you do your normal calculation. What is my calculation? This one divided by this hours work. That's my calculations. As usual, it was this calculation before. Equal to G5 divided by E5 was my calculation. Here also do the same thing, but you only do again another equal sign, because already we started using equal sign here. This means what? This entire cell contains a formula. The formula started with a function. This function is nothing but to show your custom messages instead of Excel jargons, Excel error messages, because many of the people may be unable to understand what it is showing, like value error, division by zero error, and also you are telling your own message here. So this is what the calculation, the G5 divided by E5 will be the calculation. Okay, leave it. So that's what the value part. So we did the value part, put a comma. Now value if error, if the this calculation returns any error, what you have to show there. So you can use some custom messages, or you can write simply zero. So what will happen? Zero means what? It will show if there is an error, it shows zero. Okay, if no error, it shows the result. That was the solution of this problem, this function. Okay, if error function. Okay, so the zero, either zero you can enter, or now look at this, if error zero. So nothing will, because there is no error here. I'm just filling it. So when you reach that area, this is that area. Okay, here previously it was showing division by errors message. Right now it's not showing that because it's already hiding that. Even you can show something like a text message here instead of zero. Always text message must be put in double quotes. NA means not applicable. So for that particular row, this is not applicable because he was absent for 1 week. So look now, when you reach there, you can see NA. Okay, you can do alignment into as NA or the middle. Okay. So this is what a formula. When you apply any formula, make sure that if you are using a operator of division, they basically will make not only division. If you feel that any of the calculation, there is a chance of showing an error. Okay, I will show you another file, sample data. This one, look at this, lot of information here. Okay, a lot of information. So maybe if you do some calculation with this all in some other areas, and most of the cells contains a lot of calculation only. Look at this one divided by multiply by that, minus and subtraction, and many places. So in this kind of different areas may contains some kind of error because of the value not entered properly or some kind of. So in that case, if you are this will be a good option that doesn't make any kind of error messages in your Excel sheet. Okay, so this keep in mind. This is one of the good option. It won't show you any kind of error messages. Okay, so that's what I want to show now. Formula will be continued. So this we so far we used multiplication and division also. Multiplication and division operators. And addition is easy. Just simply you can here, let's say equal to this amount plus 100. Okay, so you get 174. So here addition is okay, and subtraction this amount minus 10. Okay, division already we discussed here, multiplication also discussed. Okay, regarding base using multiplication formula, right is using a division formula, and also we try to make to suppress the errors using a function called inference. and and the new additional thing is the modulo operator. Okay, this is the modulo less 2 power 10 like this, 1024. And also we have to discuss the bracket things. So here we use equal to bracket 5 plus 3 multiply by 2. Okay, so you get 16 right now. If you are using without bracket, look at this, what we applied here is 5 plus 3. So look at this with bracket, and I'm here without bracket also, equal to 5 plus 3 multiply by 2. Okay, the results are equal to bracket 5 plus 3 multiply by 2, 16 here, equal to 5 plus 3 multiply by 2. So one is showing a result of 11, another showing a result of 16. Okay, so using the bracket will help you to make the calculation separately by following the board mass principle. Okay, so these are formula. Sometimes you may need to use some additional formula techniques. For example, I have an amount here. Let's say 55. 55. I want to this. Let's say this is the net sales price. I want to add a 10 percentage of tax on top of that. So equal to this multiply by 110 percentage. Okay. So here we use then say the multiplication only, but we are writing like 110 percentage sign. So this will be adding a 10 percentage. So actually 10% stands for 10% will be 5.5 reals. Okay, so 55 plus 5.5 difference, so it's 60.5. Okay, again what I did it J11, that's 55 plus 5% of the 55. So instead of that, the calculation is J11 multiplied by 110 percentage. Okay, so this kind of, so usually if you don't know this one, what you do is equal to 55 divided by 100 multiply by 10. Okay, plus that's cell like okay, that's a 5.5. So you get exactly same thing. It's a huge, and one more other option equal to this plus this multiplied by zero point 0.1. Okay, all getting the same answer. So let me show you the different methods we use. Okay, so look at here. This right now I am in the formula show formulas. Formula auditing, the show formulas on. There's a shortcut for this, control tilde, small the key before one. So you can use the control key and the key before number one. Also you can see the shortcut here while you keeping your mouse here. Show formulas, control tilde. Okay, so that it will show the formula. So look at the same thing. 555 is the sales price. We added 10% by using different methods. First method we used a calculation like this. Second method, third method. Okay, second method, this one multiply this one, or equal to the other method is J11 plus J11 by 100 into 10. Okay, even these three methods. Okay, so even if you know, if you are good in mathematics, you can solve some formulas easily rather than make it long or lengthier. Okay, you must have good skill in mathematics, especially Excel is contains a lot of mathematical formulas and also mathematical calculations. So if you are good in mathematics, you can do. Otherwise, whatever methods you can follow them. So here and all we didn't use any kind of functions, or simply our arithmetic operators, plus, minus, and brackets, and so on. So you can do that way. All will give you good results, but make it more precise, more easy. Sometimes, make it make it shows always correct, because some calculation, some occasion shows a result in a different way. The values are changing, maybe it will show a different answer. So that also should not be done in Excel. So you must be careful. So this is what I want to show about formulas, general formula entry. So we use all the arithmetic operators, and some basic techniques here: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and something like this. This kind of j into 11 into 110 percentage. Okay. Fine. Now we'll go to the same tab here. We can try learn some new techniques like sorting, filtering, and all. So let's try this way. This is the same file. Okay, same file which is contains a lot of employees here. Here I'm going to sort it. So in sorting means what, we make it order in a way like ascending or descending, or largest to smallest or smallest to largest. That's what usually called sorting. Excel need a lot of sorting because Excel contains a lot of data. So when you're dealing with usually a list, it's a sorting is a method called list management. It's a kind of list management. It contains a lot of list of employees. Even I show you another file, right? Look at this big list. Okay, so contains a lot of data. So we can manage the data by using sorting and all. So sorting is very important. So in order to sort a data must be properly formatted. That's one of the important thing. Otherwise, let's say I have few things like this. I have few. Let me copy paste in another file. A few things like this is not sorted. It's showing transport assistance. So here Excel won't show you any kind of error messages or any additional settings, because it doesn't have that the not of a lot of related data. Simply few headings only. So look at this. Here we have a sort and filter button. You can allow I can do sort A to Z or Z to A. So this very, we can call it, this is simple sorting. Okay, it's sorted already previously to us. But when you have some additional data, one two, okay, so this is already, there is a list here. This time you try that. So look at this, you have already borders also. So almost both of them having box borders. Okay, all borders. Okay, so in that case, when you do some sorting, you must be selected things. Look at, now I'm trying sort A to Z. What happened? Okay, it's actually change the other format also. Okay, not only this two. Okay, so if you want only you want to sort this by keeping these numbers here, you can select. Okay, select and do sorting. It asking you a message like expand the selection or continue. So I can make continue. I don't want to reflect that into the numbers. I want to keep these numbers the list must be sorted in a different order. Okay, so expand the selection or continue. Expand selection means what? Currently you select only the column H. It will be, or Excel will automatically select G also, like it will come in the beginning. So I don't want. So I will use continue with the current selection. What will happen? Numbers won't affect the sorting. This text only will affect. So look at this, one administrative office. So actually this is a wrong message, because maybe if this connect, let's say this is an employee code or something, then it will be better get corrected. So this is something we call it symbol sorting. You can sort this based on the number. So here is in the largest, smallest. Okay. When you click a number, what will happen? Smallest to largest, largest, small. When you click on letters or alphabets, okay, sort A to Z or Z to A. Okay. When come to here, we have a lot of additional columns here. So all are connected. So I click any cell because already this is properly organized. So you can use here itself. There is an option called custom sort, or go to data. We have sort option here. This one. We have these two are the normal sort what we did already: ascending, descending, ascending. And custom sort will help you to sort your entire data in a different way using multiple things. So look at this. This sorting will help you to understand this data. First of all, in this employee list, the employees are categorized by using their job description as well as their pay code also. But pay code has some standard. Job description can be anything for any employee. Okay, there is no connection. But every job description have a connected pay code because all the transport assistants are A. It's based on their what department they are working. For example, look at this. Ski instructors are B as well as some of the ski instructors are C also. Anyway, we will try that. Initially, I am going to group all the or sort all the people who working in a specific department. So the first level of my sorting will be on department wise. Here the department name is called job description. Let's try this way. When you click OK, here is an option called my data. Okay, look at this data. It's completely selected, right? When you click here sort, it gets selected the whole thing. So your data is from here only. So you can do a selection or select the first two and hold the shift and double click in the border. You get data selected. Sort. Now it's showing everything in the name here: name, pay code, job description. So first I am going to use job description because it may contains a lot of filters. So whenever you do a sorting, it's better to sort the more duplicated things. Okay, here the more duplication is on department. I'm applying that. You can see here lot of duplicates available in ski instructor. Again, duplicates available in snowboard instructor, and so this is now sorted in the alphabetical order of job description. Okay, but still, only right now, if you looking, you can see that the sorting or the ordering only applied in this field. Rest of the fields are not. For example, look at here. This case, ski instructor. This all are ski instructors. Up to here are ski instructors. And anyway, there none of the fields are again sorted, so you can do that without affecting this selection here. We can do further sorting possible, like for example this second field we call it pay code. So when you do a sorting on pay code, skiing text all are ski instructors and pay code of B will be coming first, then C. There are two C's here. Okay, there are two C's. C must be grouped or moved into the last year. Okay, let's try this way. So again, we are going to apply the sorting. Okay, we have to do the same selection. Now sort. So already there is a sorting on this same selection, that is job description based. So I'm going to add the second level of sorting, that I want pay code based. Okay, pay code. So let's try this way. Pay code A to Z. Now look at this. Just a simple change will happen. Look, this 2C is moved into the last. Okay, 2C is moved into the last. Rest all are same. Okay, so here all of these things are same, and in this column you can see here. Now you can see there are similarities here. Up to here there is no difference. The ski instructors and B. Now if you are applying a third level of sorting, you can see there is no change in these two, but somewhere here you can see the hours worked, example 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, around 4, 5 or 6 or 7, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 persons in this department worked for 25 hours. So we need this is the highest number. Highest numbers either you can keep in the top is better because it's hours worked, so we are going to give them good remuneration. So highest number will be top, then we can keep the lowest numbers bottom and so on. So that's my next criteria. Already I did 2 criteria for sorting. First one is job description must be A to Z. Second is pay code must be A to Z. So that's already happened. Now the third level I'm going to apply. I need to hold the shift key. Okay, selection, sort. Okay, two things are here. I'm adding one more level. Third level I'm going to use hours word. It's a number. In the number I'm changing the sort order. I'm changing this time. I don't want the smallest guys in the top. Okay, I want the largest numbers. I mean 28, 25, so on. So here right now it's not applied. I'm going to apply the sorting. So what's my sorting? Initially job description. All the job description must be sorted into A to Z. If something is repeating, pay code must be sorted. again something is repeating, go by this one. So if nothing is repeating, then you can't do further sorting. So here both cases I show you clearly. When you do job description, all the job description become together, but still in the pay code there are B and C is mixed. Then we apply the second one, pay code second level, and all the pay code will be sorted like B, all B's are together and C. But when you're checking into the after B, when you look into the pay, I mean the hours worked, you can see 25, 28, 25, 23, 25 like that. So now we are again applying the third level of sorting. Click OK, done. Now look at this, how it happened. This was our selection, all the B of instructor. Now coming to the third level applied here. Look at the third level, what happened. 40 is the highest number, then 35, 30, 28, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. So look at this here, 3. Now here only the duplicate, more duplicates are applicable. Okay, look at this, how many duplicates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 duplicates are here. Now again we are applying, you can see a difference here. Look at this, in this 7, what are the change here. Look at this, A, their name, we are not considering this hours because this is almost similar. We coming here, we can see Nathan Gans, it's N, sorry, not Nathan, Arda Hagler, Alisa, then Laura, Fabian. So of course this is not sorted properly. Okay, the names are not sorted properly. If names are sorted means okay, AL must be top, then AR, this is second, then F is coming, then LA, LEM, yeah, like that. So here the Fabian must be moved into the third line, and Alessandro must be moved into the top line. That is the name based sorting must be applied. So look at this, I'm going to apply one more sorting to this one on the names. Okay, the name, so sorting, I'm going to apply a fourth level on name. Okay, name A to Z, then that will give you a change here. Look at this, I didn't apply it so far. So all the 25 people, 25 guys, fifth, the starting with are the second is Alisa, third is Laura. So third will be Fabian, first will be Alison, Arda. Let's try this way. Okay, the change happened here only. You can see rest of the area doesn't make any change. Here only change, because here only again and again we sorting also there are duplicates coming here. So this is the maximum we can do now. Once, because we know that names are not duplicating at all in this case. Maybe in Arabs basically pen on, there will be lot of Ahmad, lot of Muhammad, and that time maybe duplicates available. Then you can apply an employee code based sorting also if you want. So here we applied initial, this is the number 1 sorting, number 2, number 3, number 4. Okay, this applied for all, but not, you cannot find everywhere. Look at this here, there is a here you can see a sorting, B, snowboard instructor, and 12. So the names are sorted right now. So this is the fourth level, level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 4. Okay, fourth level. I don't think any further possible, because after the name we select as the fourth level, there is nothing duplicating in the names. Okay, here you can see when you apply this thing, selecting here. Okay, selecting this block, first level there is duplicate, lot of duplicates here. Second level applied, that also having a lot of duplicate. Third level of the what you call hours work applied, still you're getting lot of duplicates. Fourth level, the name applied, name doesn't have any duplicates right now. So what is the result? Finally we are stopped, we cannot go further sorting, because that doesn't make any changes to this file, because we are in a specific order, sorting in a specific order, as this is the first priority, this is second priority, again repeating, this is third priority, still repeating fourth priority. If still repeating, only the fifth priority will work. Actually there is no names are duplicated here, so you can't find anything. So that's what a custom sorting is. It's a very important tool when you have a lot of field to be sorted based on different criteria. So the criteria are here. And one more thing, sometimes here you can see the order is based on A to Z and Z to E, and you can move also the way initially job description, then hours was. So you just click it and this button will help you to move up and down. Okay, or that's not so important, because that order if you changing, the result also will change. But there is something important here. You can see in normal every sorting can be done either alphabetical order like A, B, C, D, or opposite descending order z y, like that, or in the numbers case smallest largest and largest smallest. But apart from that, sometimes we may need a particular sorting categorization, like your department. Example, department. Look at the department. What we did, that means the job description, we did A to Z sorting for that. A to Z. Actually, maybe you have some priority for some department. Example, ski instructor must be on top. Actually, that's S. Okay, so ski instructor must be on top. Then you have a snowboard instructor. So these two must be first. Then, remaining you don't care about that. Remaining you can go with in a alphabetical order. So first must be ski instructor. Second must be snowboard instructor. So in that case, you must do a specific the sort order. Okay, ski and snowboard. So you can have the sort order. Sort order is here. Job description values A to Z. I don't want A to Z. I want a specific sort order. So you can use custom list. Okay, click on custom list. And here you can write, if there is something here, okay, ski instead of, you can write it. If you are not having a list here, already have, let's assume dates and all, like Monday, Tuesday, it's not an alphabetical order. The month also not in alphabetical order, first, second, third, and so on. So here nothing is on alphabetical order. So you can try as we discussed, like ski instructor. It must follow the same spelling. Instructor, the first list item. Second is snow snowboard instructor. If you have some additional, like uh, third one must be this one, fourth one must be like for example, the rank case. When you're writing rank in words, first rank would be F, starting with F first, right? Second rank is starting with letter S. So it's not alphabetically, not ABCD order. Okay, first, then fourth, third will be T. So that is not an alphabetical order. So in that case, you can write that here. It's already, my Excel is showing many, because when I'm teaching students, I'm adding this. Once you add it, it will be available here. I can delete also, but I didn't delete it. That's why it's showing here. This is my list now: ski and snowboard. And after that, rest I am not. I don't care. Rest can be ABCD order, or you have a complete list of to be shown in a particular order. You can write it here. Everything. Actually, it's a big list of. I'm just keeping it now. It's okay. So click OK. Fine. Okay, so that list is already added here. Ski instructor, snowboard instructor. Click OK. So added. Look at down. Same thing. There is no big changes, but only thing is the ski instructor came in the first. Okay, rest all the name and everything fine. Snowboard came the second. Then ABCD order. So if you're giving a full list, then based on the list it will get sorted. If you're not giving a full list, then it comes like this way. Half will be based on your order, or half will be based on or rest will be like the other order. Okay, so this is what how we do sorting. So sorting is very simple things, but when you considering sorting, it will be having a different method. Like either you can go with simple sorting, or you can go with the custom sorting with this all additional extra sorting fields. Okay, you can apply a sorting field, and you can move also, as well as you can do certain sort custom list also. Okay, based on your things. Let's try a small example of that one. We do, let's say, red. The sheet here, red, green, yellow, blue, orange, white. Okay, so these are the few colors. So I want to sort this in a particular order. Okay, for that I need to use custom sort only, because this will be the normal sort will be sorting this data based on ABCD order. Let's try that, right? Look at this: B, G, O, R. So ABCD, Z opposite order. But this is not my requirement. My requirements, I have some priority for specific colors. Okay, so in that case I will use here column K, A to Z, custom list. What color I want first? I have to decide. My case green is the first one. Green. Okay. Second is red. Third is orange. Then fourth is white. Fifth is blue. And sixth is yellow. Okay, these are the colors. Okay, and then doing that order. Okay, now you can see it's done in that way: green, red, orange, white, blue, yellow. Okay, just I control so you can see this was the old. Okay, old is this, new is changed based on my order. This is what the sorting. Next, we are going to do some filtering here. Same list management. So don't confuse with the sorting and filtering. Filtering is something like hiding, or you need some data, some extract some data from a whole list based on your requirement. Okay, sorting doesn't hide anything. Sorting will order everything in a group in a specific order. But when you come into the filtering will be hiding something or showing something. Okay, assume here there are a lot of different departments available. So simply you can apply here the filter button. So okay, this table must be selected because this table contains, let's try this, table contains headings and all. Okay, now we'll see filter. Yeah, filter button because not connected with this one. So this one option, this simply in the filter button, or what we did previously in the data we have filter button, both are same filter. So you have to click somewhere filter button, then the buttons will appear like this. Okay, here what we can do is, what do you want to filter? I want to filter that snowboard instructor and ski instructors. I want to see them alone. I don't want to see any other departments. That's my criteria. So what I will do is, that's here in the job description. So I applied a filter here and I'm going to choose what I want. So it's easy, rather than deselecting one by one. There is an option here, select all. The select all I'm going to remove. So all get deselected. Now I can select ski instructor and snowboarders. These two guys, two category of people: ski and snowboard. Click OK now. Okay. So right now it's showing only those categories: ski and snowboard instructors. You can see snowboard, ski, because somewhere some other area is changed. You can see once you applied a filter, the numbers are in blue color here. Okay, if this blue color, two things. One is this blue color, as well as in a filter, this filter button is showing a funnel here. Means what? You applied a filter. That filter is equal to, you can see it's a job description, equal to ski instructor or equal to snowboard instructor. So this is applied here, the filtering option. Okay, so this is what first method. Here also now it shows both of the uh, job description. Out of that, I don't want all of the hours work. I want the highest work people. So I can apply one more filter here. I'm going to apply. I don't want the smallest numbers, the largest numbers: 40, 35, 30, 28 to 25 onwards. Okay, these five numbers I am selecting. So look at here, I'm getting less numbers here, more filtering applied, so very less records only, because the two criteria I applied here. First criteria, it must be snowboard instructor and ski instructors only. My second criteria for filtering is all the employees must be work minimum of 25 hours or above. So that's the second criteria. Okay. Now again I can try here. I have in this criteria a lot of data is coming around. How many? Around 19 records are there. I'm applying a third criteria. I don't want the C people here. I want B only, because there are few C's only. I'm going to remove them. So here I'm applying removing the C. Now what happened? 19 become 16 or something. Let's try become 16, right? So only B. So like that you can apply multiple criteria here. Okay, so one by one you can apply. So this is what a simple filtering method. We have a lot of additional filtering method. Okay, so let's filtering doesn't make things permanent. Okay, this is temporary only. Okay, whenever you press the button, you can see the button still is on. We call it toggle button. Toggle button means once you press it will be on, again you press it will be off. So simply one press of this button, it will remove all the filtering. Look at now. Now we are already applied the filtering. You can see here the column sorry, the row numbers are in blue color, and some of the filter shows a funnel, and also when you moving your pointer into that shows that this applied a filter called equals b. Here we applied a filter called job description equal to ski or snowboard. Here we applied something 25, 28. You can apply this another way also. Okay, so now one single press, everything get removed and it's become normal. This is now normal. Okay, so previously we applied a filter, and you can copy also. You can copy the data, the filtered data from this place, and you can paste in another place where you want to show it. So look at this is the filtered data. What is the filtered data? So filtered data you can apply here, or you can uh, okay, unfilter it. Okay, so the unfilter button here again, this is button is on, toggle button is on. Okay, clear also option, clear, filters clear, all the filters gone, but the filtering is still here, and that's the difference, clearing and toggle. So when toggle button is off, filtering also get removed, filtering icons also get removed, sort and filter. Okay, Shoaib.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is what sorting and filtering do. Now, in the same list, we are going to make functions. Okay, functions. Function. We were learning a few functions, which is already suitable for the work environment. So here, as it's a pay slip, we may need some deductions, some additions, and so on. Okay. So actually, one of the function which I am going to use here, let's say a deduction. A deduction here it is, if if the hours worked, if the hours worked is less than 25, I'm going to deduct some of the amount. So that's what one of the function I'm going to use it here. Okay, so for that we need to know if the hours work. That was my condition, if the hours. So what is the function? Basically it's a ready-made formula. We discussed a lot of formulas using arithmetic operators, and also we used in our last example one function for adding the sum. It's called sum function. We learned a lot of functions here, but for this category I'm going to apply few functions. Okay, let's try this way. Initially, before jumping to that, in our bottom we have few function to be shown. Okay, one of the function here is the function is used here. So the total numbers of hours work. So before just moving a small step forward, like for example, this is a big table. In this kind of bigger, larger tables, when you're scrolling down, you will get confused because of the headings are not visible. Consider attention. This is very important. When you're scrolling down, headings are not visible, right? So up to four,
Yes.
row number 1, 2, 3, 4 are headings. Okay. So if you want to keep your headings always here, you can freeze it. We call it freezing the headings or freezing the rows. Actually, row contains headings. Okay. So you can freeze it. So there are few options. First option here, our headings are not in a single row. When you considering this table alone, maybe the fourth row is the table heading, but actually in this page, in this sheet, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 row as a part of the heading. Okay, these 4 rows must be kept here. Okay, so in that case, we have to click on where you want to freeze. Okay, so I want to freeze this three. So just below that. So you click on this is the first cell. Here you click it. Okay, so you clicking here on top of all your selection. Not only top, we have one more thing that's not applicable here initially. One is called or the left side of everything get freezing. So let's try this way. I'm clicking here, and the view menu contains something called freeze page. Okay, here the first option, you have three options here: freeze panes, freeze top row, freeze first column. Actually, top row, what is simply this one, Oscars K Academy. By freezing that doesn't make any, it doesn't help us. Okay, so we need to freeze many rows, so don't use the first row, or you don't want to first column alone. That also we are not applying here. We are applying freeze pane. So remember, before you applying freeze panes, you must click a cell, a particular cell, that is the boundary. Boundary means on top all get frozen, On left also all get frozen. So there is nothing in the left, only top we have 4 rows, so that get freezed. Let's try this way. So look at, see, it's frozen right now. That's a small line coming because of the blue color, it's not showing here. I'm going to scroll down. Look at this. When I'm scrolling, data is moving, but headings are still here. So now look at, it's easy because some of the headings and some data is here, so you get an idea. So we have hours worked. So total how much manpower, man hours we got it. So that means the total, the sum of this column E, right? That is what. So we are going to learn our first thing. Already we learned it in the auto sum here. Again we'll repeat it. Auto sum. You press it. It's going to select E5 till E40. Let's scroll and see what is E5. E5 is this number 5 and E5 is 10. So still that one till, I think there is a blank rows added here. That's E45. We don't want that one. Okay. Later if you're adding something only we need it. Right now it's an error. It's not a correct method of adding some blank thing. It doesn't harms you, but somebody who filling some data here, it will give you a wrong result, right? So somebody simply type there. I will show you that. Okay, how to do that. Okay. So now right now I'm adding it. It is 919, 919. Okay, it's clear, right? 919. Okay, I told you do not keep any empty row here. The reason I will tell you. Okay, I am adding here 100, 100. So what will happen right now? 1019. Okay, so of course you will tell, okay, people can see the 100 here straight away because who typed this 100 alone, there is no employee, blah blah blah. What if he just simply changing the font color of this one into white? Okay, so what is right now? Can you see it? See that?
Mm.
Huh?
We can't see it.
No, here nothing is visible, right?
Yes.
Okay, because I just changed
Change to
the
white.
font color into white. There's a number, there's 100, or maybe make it 1000. Big number is there. So it's 1909. Actually, it's 919 only the result. But right now showing here, I can hide it. So this kind of fraud thing will happen when you're keeping something, an option or a extra room in the formula. So best option is this formula should not be 45, it will be 44. Okay, so whatever writing here, it doesn't add into that. Okay, that what, so it's better always when you do sum and this kind of function, only select the values which is currently available. Don't add any blank rows. Let's try it this way. Here what we need, this is what they paid for individual employees. Okay, a lot of money they paid. They want to see how much total amount they paid. This is what, how many hours we got in that week. 919 man hours we got it in that week from this all employees, and I'm going to get the how much we paid it. So auto sum again, $7,472.5 we paid it all for all employees. That was the total. Again, this is wrong because it contains, let me show you again, it contains an empty row. Look at the selection. So you can simply adjust that selection into 44 before you entering and press enter, sum function. Now before jumping into advanced if function call, there are a few simple functions. So listen, I hope you might use this kind of simple functions. Here I am going to show you something which is easy for you. So what I am going to do right now is I am going to select this data, all of this data. This is the payslip data of all the 40 employees. So look at this. This is what we paid, right? So now I'm going to enter here or name it this selection. Current my selection is called pay. P-A-Y. Okay. So the name box is here. In the name box, I'm typing a name called pay. Okay. Hereafter, you don't need to do any selection for this. Why? Because you already named it. What? The cell G5 till G44 is called as pay. Okay, this is the pay amount we paid for each employee. Now you can apply that in everywhere, even this also. How? What is the formula for that? Sum of what? Pay. Bracket close. Okay, what is pay? Pay means the selection. From here to here is pay. So hereafter anywhere you can do. Let's say average. What is the formula for average? Average will be calculated using a formula called average. But this also here let's say here I'm going to average. So just click this down arrow. It shows average. So average of what? Not F5 or I will write pay. average of pay. Okay, this is count function is here, count numbers, pay 40, there are 40, and the biggest payment is max of pay, that is 322 is the biggest one, and the smallest, the lowest pay in that series, minimum pay. Okay, so once you named it, how you name it, just simply select it what I want to name, go to the name box and type it, that's what naming. Okay, there is another option also in the formulas, there's a name managers, here you can see how many names I already done, you can delete and you can edit. So we have only one called pay. What is pay? All these numbers in the uh, amount paid column, the paid amount column will be called pay right now. So otherwise you have to do this way again, equal to average of then you have to select like this from beginning till ending. That's the normal practice, but actually in a larger data and also we always be doing this, not easy. So right now already named it, that's why it's showing a name here, pay. Okay, otherwise shows if you don't have the name, let me reduce one column, one cell. So up to here I am doing now. Okay, look at this now, it's showing the proper selection. Okay, otherwise you can use pay, or you can use that. Fine, so that is what the simple methods. And here count, average is nothing to do, count we have something, oh sorry, sum also, sum function, we know some function used to add something. Generally what everybody will be aware of sum function, but you can do this way. Sum function can be done, let's say 100 comma 25 comma some of the value from here, these comma these comma. Okay, look at my sum calculation. Okay, then again I have 250. This way you can do it. So this is categorized here under 25, 40 to 40. So this is a customized sum. Okay, customized means you are not adding all in a range, you are adding data from different range. Okay, and also you are adding some external value. Look, 100, it's an external value, not from any kind of references used here. References are cell data, cell names, F40 till F40 cell range. Even single cell also can add it. Like for example, I have a cell called F25. So this is a single cell. So you can add single cells. You can use a cell range. Range always coming with a colon in between, and also some manual numbers like 100, 25, 250. So all the manual numbers, manual values are shown in black color. Other things are showing in multicolor like blue, green, and keep on, it will keep on changing. Let's say another F34, look at this, it's in another color, F12, okay, F23, look at the colors are only different multicolor things. So each one is from the same cell and you can enter it. Okay, finally got a result. So this way you can do some. And regarding the count, we used a function called count to count the number. Okay, numbers only, this will count only numbers. Okay, let's assume a small practice here. Here I'm writing here apple 23 54 orange Toyota, and a blank cell 23 apple 55 space Nissan. Okay, we have a few things here. Now I'm going to show you a few things. Okay, first one is called count function, second one is called count a function, third is called count blank function. Okay, three functions. So count will count numbers, all including numbers. Okay, all means is including numbers except blank. Okay, only blanks. Okay, so these are the result of these three. What they do, we'll see here how you can enter them. Equal to count, simply count of this all data, it gives you 5. Now I'm using another function called count A. You can see here count A. Count A, select what is the result? 1, 2, 3. Unfortunately, that also will give 5 because we have 5 text inside. Oh, all will be all. Okay, not only text. Count all except blank. Now only blank. So you will use count blank function. Select what is the result? 1, 2. There are 2. Yeah. Only one. It may contain something. Yeah. It was a space inside, that's why it's showing. If you space also, it will iterate a character. So look at the difference between these things. Count will count numbers only. So in this range, I'll do a color for this. Okay, in this range of data, there are 5 numbers. Okay, you can add one more number by changing this one, like 65. So there is 6 numbers right now. A total of 10 data, and there are two blanks. Okay, so it will be helpful for us to check how many blanks are there. Let's say in the whole data something is missing. Example, here is missing, here is missing, here something is missing, here something is missing. It's very hard to find out how many there are blanks or not. So just simply try any blanks, question mark. Okay, so we can write here how many blanks here. So equal to count blank. Then you select the whole thing, whole data. It shows that there are 4 blanks available. Okay, if you feel like it's very hard to find out where are 4 blanks, or maybe you feel something here, something here, something here, but still there is one somewhere here. Okay, so that's what the count blank will do. Fine. Okay, so
Yes. Yes.
again we are going to the functions. So these are the 3 normal functions. Here we every time using sum, average, count, max and min. Count we tried. Another 3 more function. Here we have some more function using count functions and all. Some count if and all. We'll learn that. Before that, we'll move to the if function right now. If function reduction. Okay. So in the reduction, you must have a criteria. What criteria? You must specify that what is the base on deductions. Okay, so you'll say that if anybody who doesn't work 25 hours, I will give them a deduction of 50, 50, 50 is too much, 25, 25. So we are paying right now anybody that this multiplied amount, but we know that somebody who worked less than 25 means he took a lot of leave, or he is not properly concentrated in work and all. So that is makes us some loss. So in company they made a new policy that anybody who doesn't working 25 hours in a week, we are going to deduct a $25 from them. Okay, so it's different in everywhere, because this guy 10 hours, so he need to pay 25 real as a fine, or we will deduct from his money. This guy 25 no use, no need to pay any on direct, because so it's based on. So what we are going to do is we are checking that it's based on this calculation, how many hours. Okay, so what is our criteria? In our company, anybody who doesn't work 25 hours, a minimum of 25 hours, we are going to deduct them at $25 from everybody who doesn't work less than 25 hours. Okay, so we are going to use a function called if this time. If function now 3 properties. One is the logical test, another is value true, and this one. So here, what is the test? Test is the question asking to the son. How let's say we'll ask you do you work less than 25? That's first question. If yes or no, we need to ask this. Do you work? We can ask less than or greater than. So better ask, do you work less than 25? So if you say yes, then immediately you have to do an action, or no, nothing to do, it will be same. Okay, so let's try that way. So this is what we need to check. This one less than, or yeah, it's fine, less than is fine, less than 25, because 25 we are considering. Less than 25 means 24, 23 and so on. So let's assume that anybody who work up to 25 hours, we are getting a deduction. Above that, we are not getting deduction. In this case, 25 is the limit. So anybody who work less than 25, this is the question. Okay, now he can be tell an answer, yes, I work less than 25. Okay, or he will say no, I work more than 25, right? So if this question asking if you work less than 25 hours, if it's yes, that's called value if true. What you want to do here? So what we can do here, here we'll show his after deduction pay. We can say deduction only, we can say 25, or let's say his pay minus that, that also easy. So you can write this one minus 25. Okay, pay means 75 minus a 25 we are going to do, or you want to see how much you are going to deduct alone, 25 is fine. Okay, 25, or others 0. Okay, means this is, if you put a comma means that part is finished. So we already put a comma here, question is over. Next, value if true, he says yes, I didn't work less than I mean more than 25 hours, so okay fine. So he is going to like, if not means he say no, I work 20 more than, so it is a 0, you do not have, we are not deducting any money from your side. So this is what the formula is. This simply cause it and see, he is getting 25 because this guy doesn't work less than. We'll just simply, if you want to copy a formula downwards, you can double click here. You can see here, those who are 25, 0, 0. All others less than 25 will be. This is one option, deductions. Even in the formula itself, we can make a change. I don't want to show 25 separately here. What I will show is 75 minus 25. Others 75 alone means, 75 means the basic alone. Okay, so he's getting 50 real only, $50 only, because 25 is going to direct. Look at this guy will work 25 hours, so 187 he will get 25 hours, 230. He worked 15 minutes less than 25. So his before the payment was, before deduction was 120, after deduction 95. Why? Because we deducted 25 in this case. Okay, so this is called if formula. It's a complicated formula, but very simple if you understand that. There are three parts here. One is a logical test, nothing but asking the question, are you from India, are you from Pakistan, are you from Bangladesh? Let's the question. If yes, okay, then your answer is yes, then this should be happen in the cell. Okay, you can write hello, welcome, so that hello, welcome. Okay, alone. Or if you say answer is no, I am not from that, or I am not falling in that group, then the second thing. Okay, we go move to the last sheet and we'll do the last two things. Okay, here, yeah, here. Okay, so this thing what we are going to do here, if this thing, if so let's say your group is let's say blue. Okay, so E here is equal to blue. Okay, blue means you have tried codes, fill this in the codes. Okay, equals blue comma value towards welcome. You write some message, right? So in the message also is a value to message, welcome to Glow House. Okay, else we write um, nice to meet you. Okay, so look at this, what I wrote here, it's showing nice to meet you. If k10 is equal to blue, means the cell contains word blue, it must show a message called welcome to Blue House. Okay, if not, is not blue, nice to meet you. Okay, nice to meet you. So let's copy the formula to the rest of this. Look at this, only one k welcome to Blue House, because that only contains, let's say I'm changing this one also blue, automatically message will change. Okay, so this is what how a simple if, you call it simple, this is will be feel like you're complicated, but it's a simple if. So only thing is you must know what are the three things of an if. Okay, like a logical test, that is the first criteria, value if true and value if false. Value if true means if the test result is true, then what should be shown, or what calculation can be done, or can be anything, simply message also possible. So here we applied messages. In last class, last example we did some calculations. Okay, what if true, what if false, those things can be added here. Okay, so we learn next class again few more functions, because this if also we can make it more complicated. Like not only one question. Let's say, what if this guy either work 10 and also is a grade is something as a 2 3 conditions we adding accordingly we can do that. That also will be considered if must if what if contains more than one logical test, how we can do that. That also we will do in the next class. Okay. So today we are going to wind up right now. So I hope today's session is okay. So I will share the video, same like what we did last time. We'll share in the YouTube and you can watch it again and you can do the practices of that. Practice means I will share the sample files also today, so you can use the same files for your practice. Okay. If you have any doubts, let me know. And today you're watching in laptop or desktop? I mean, or mobile?
So desktop.
Desktop. Okay. Is it
Yes.
fine like this way, or you want same time practices or something?
So actually, time practice will be difficult because I'm using the desktop through an Ethernet cable. So I won't be able to use the Wi-Fi at the same time for the Zoom classes
Okay, I will share the
on
file
another
with you.
device.
Okay. So in the file you
Yes,
do
sir.
the practice today. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So in that file you can try whatever we did, and also the same in this you can check the recordings in the YouTube. I will share the link. Most probably, I think because it's already late, so tomorrow morning only you can share the link. So tomorrow you can do the
Okay, sir.
practice, and we must do the practice. If anything, just note it. We can discuss in the next class, inshallah. Okay. Any
Inshallah. Okay.
questions?
No, sir, that's it.
Okay, so inshallah we'll meet you in the next class. Okay.
Inshallah.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum.